What's up, everybody? YL with Blockchain Academics. We're going to go into if Bitcoin has topped out, basically, and we're going to look at a few factors. So I'm just going to get this link posted in in the Discord. We'll get a few people in here and things like that, and then we'll get started. Hope none of you guys are over leveraged and we're in a rough spot. That would not be good. I'll see. Put that in the videos. Make sure to join the Discord if you haven't done yet. And let's get started. Okay, cool. So we're going to look at Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, and then we'll work our way down and we'll look at a few other factors because I've gotten a lot of messages asking, is Bitcoin, and we're going to just get straight to the point here, and we won't take longer than we need. What's up, B-Burger? What's up? Thank you for coming on these videos. So first off, we're on the monthly chart of Bitcoin. This chart goes back all the way back to 2012. So we have a lot of history, a lot of price action that we can take a look at. First, what I see what jumps out at me the most is the first year, like the current year we're in right now. And where's the price? Right here. Price range. If you've noticed, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had 6 months of green. We've had 6 months of an upward market without any sort of pullback. I mean, we've had the pullbacks on the daily, on the weekly, but on the monthly, we haven't had any sort of pullback, and we've been up about 520% on the monthly. If we look at previous bull markets, you can see in 2017 when we had the uptrend here as well. This was 2013. Fast forward 2016, we ramped our way up. You see we had a red month. This was pretty bullish, to be honest, but in 2013, we had a little consolidation before we pushed up to the top. And we were talking about, like, have we topped out? And if we look at the weekly quickly, you can see that we spent about 7-8 weeks at that price range in the high 59, 62K area. And if we look back at historical tops, you can see when we topped out, it was very quickly. Like, we had these very impulsive large months right here. And that's like a top out candle where we'll thrust up, and then we'll get rejected. Same with this. This is where we topped out in 2013. This was where we went into that prolonged bear market. And you can see how large of a green candle that was. And we haven't had that impulsiveness. That's a 476% month. Bitcoin had multiples in that month, 4.7 times X. And we haven't seen that. Even in 2017 right here, this almost looks like a tweezer top. It looks pretty much like a tweezer top on the monthly. Wow. But you can see how we thrusted up in price and we got rejection. Here, we've had some more relaxed candles and we're kind of just working our way up slowly. And this hasn't been like a blow off top. We didn't have any crazy price movement, any crazy large month where Bitcoin did 100, 200%. We're just slowly making our way to the top. So if we get down to the weekly, I was wrong about the ascending triangle, which I thought we were in. I mean, we were in one, but it just didn't break up the way I wanted it to. So we actually broke down to that ascending triangle. A lot of people think we may be testing this area right here. And if we test this area right here, that would give you guys some awesome buying opportunities. So one would be the 45K region, the 20 moving average. And the reason people think we may be touching the 20 moving average is because in 2017, we actually bounced off the 20 moving average a few times. You can see right here, right here. We respected that very nicely, right here, here. Every time we dipped, we pulled back into the 20 weekly moving average. So we haven't done that once. This move has been very overextended. And let's just throw some fibs on this quickly as well. I want to do it from here to here. So that would be actually in line with one of my favorite PRZ zones. Both are 61.8 and 78.6, and PRZ is a price reversal zone. So this would, a lot of people think we're going to be coming to this area, which I don't think we're going to break. I don't think we're going to break 40K. I think we'll hold the 45K, and worst case, we come down to this price reversal zone right here. 43K. It'll be a fast wick, in my opinion, like something like this. And if you didn't have any buy orders, you won't have the chance to buy there. So on my Bybit, I have some buy orders. I caught the first long right here. You can see that was my first long. Price is over that. But I have orders, larger orders, because this one was a smaller one. I have larger buy orders if we wick down, and then I'll start adding to the upside. I don't want to overexpose myself if we just keep falling down, but I'll get into a nice position and keep adding to the upside. So that's like on the weekly, where I think this would be an awesome price point for us to wick into. We test the 20 moving day, 20 weekly average, the EMA, and we bounce off it. So let's backpedal into 2017, because a lot of people are like, we're dipping so hard. Is this normal? So look at the uptrend in 2017, and we had multiple pullbacks. We can start with right here. This is 2016. We had about a 40% pullback right here as well. We had a 34% pullback right here. We had a 35% pullback. This one was about a 40%, 39%. That was about a 40%. And then we had the last pullback before we topped out, and that was about 30% right there. And then you can see when we topped out, we weren't here for 7 weeks. Like, we've been at that resistance at 60K for over 50 days almost. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. 9 times 7, 64, I believe. So like 50 plus days we were chilling in that range, and here we only lasted about a week, and then we got rejected, and we never got close to the price again. Like, that was the end of the bull market, and we started making lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and you get the picture. We went on to another prolonged bear market, and we lasted almost 4 years in that bear market. So here, this is like how tops aren't formed, and we'll go into a few other things to kind of strengthen my opinion. So this is the logarithmic Bitcoin log growth curves, and it's made up of a few things, which are Fibonacci points, and some other things that I actually don't know, but I know it's very popular, so I wanted to share that. Look, in 2013, we hit the top very perfectly. In 2017, we made our way up there as well. And we still haven't gotten to the top or anywhere close in 2021, where we are currently right now. That would give us a price target at about 110 grand. You can see at this current line, if we pull back right here, this and this, if we pull back, we had like some rejection as well. If we pull back here, we had rejection where we're seeing rejection right now. And this was the first pullback in 2013. We had 2 pumps, and I'll show you that on the Meyer multiple price as well. So you can see here, we had 2 pumps into the overbought area. In 2017, we only had 1. And people are saying that we're highly likely, with institutional money, with this super cycle that we might be seeing, we are highly likely to pump into the overbought area twice, to have 2 pumps to the top. And we still haven't had that one. We're kind of consolidating here. As you can see, we've done here and we've done here. So maybe we consolidate with Bitcoin for a few more weeks. Maybe it's a month, but I really don't think this is the end of Bitcoin. I thought that we were gonna, personally go to about 80K and not break 100 and then kind of cool off for a little bit, let alts do its thing and then pump up. So you can see the top here is about 155K. And I do believe we will get to the top using the Meyer multiple price bands. And I believe that we will fulfill the prophecy of the Bitcoin law growth chart and reach the top as well, like we did both in 2013 and 2017. So we have not topped out. And I'm going to keep going into some more price models. This is from Woobull. And you can see that this is the Bitcoin top price model model that he's created. And in 2013, we had two tops. We had two tops, as you can see, it called that. In 2018, we had another top. And then 2021, where we are right here, we're about halfway there. And his model shows that depending on where we topped out, maybe it was summertime, maybe it was October, but historically Bitcoin tops out at December, at the end of the year. Is it going to happen like that this year? It's really hard to say. So his model shows kind of a different time frame. And depending on where we top out and where we top out on the bottom here, you see this is at the end of 22, but if we end up doing it in the summertime, we may see a lower price range. So on the Meyer top right now, if we were to top out, it would be 155 grand. But with the time frame, which the X or Y axis is pushing to the right with every day that's moving, the model gets higher and higher. So you can see that we are potentially, and Willy Woo's price target is 288K and 250K comfortably. So I think that we can still see multiple six figures. I still think we are going to break $100,000. And I wanted to share the Pi cycle top indicator, which has caught the tops multiple times right here. But as you can see, when the, and I'm not sure if these are moving. Yeah, these are moving averages. So when the moving averages crossed, the prices were actually already breaking down. Like we were making lower lows, lower highs. And you can see that here, like they crossed into the price. So apparently people think that we topped out, and we'll zoom into there, and they're crossing right now. But the price structure is different here. We are not breaking down or crossing into the moving averages. Our price is actually over, as if we refresh this, it's never been like that. So you can see it's happened here and it's happened here while the price is breaking down. We're still above this. So I think that we can use this as a support. And this is showing around 47, 48K. These are on larger time frames. So that's why I think Bitcoin's worst case scenario right here would be a dump into the 43K range and something along that. We broke down the 50 and the 20-day moving average, but we still haven't tested that one time on the weekly, which would be 45K. So the bottom could have been put in already. I started going long here and I'll keep adding my long. At some point, if it just keeps dropping, I will have to call it a loss. And this is one of the last things I wanted to share with you guys, and that is the greed and fear cycle. So you can see one of my good friends, Warren Buffett, says, be fearful when people are greedy and greedy when people are fearful. He's not actually my friend, for people who might believe that, but I love some of his work, even though he's anti-Bitcoin. But you can see that when we had like massive pessimism, that's when the price rose. So this was March 1st. If we go back to March 1st on the chart, which was right here, you can see we're like in the middle of a dump. This was the perfect buy. This was a hammer with a bullish engulfing, almost testing this prior higher low. So that's like so many reasons to buy, but people are so bearish. Just, their sentiment is bearish on Bitcoin. And when people are so bearish and think it's a bear market, those are the times to swoop in. Those are the times to get the cheaper alts, to get cheaper Bitcoin, to get a good price. So we're almost working our way. 38 was the lowest we've seen this year. Let's go to the 1 year. Yeah, 38 was the lowest we've seen this year. We're back to pretty low 55, which is still above greed. And once we top under 50, which I think that'll be tomorrow, because price range, I don't think the price action is going to do much today or tomorrow. So if we keep it in these areas, I think people will be more fearful, and that will be like people selling their Bitcoins, people getting liquidated. I didn't get a chance. Maybe we can see total crypto liquidations. Maybe we can see that because we had the dump yesterday and it's 24 hours, but it does restart. So I'm not sure if we will be able to see that, but this is how markets move. Funding rates are high. People are super, super, super bullish. So I think this is restarted, but maybe if we could do 24 hours. So in the past 24 hours, 4 billion has been wiped off the market. Let's see if we can see this. Okay, so 4 billion here on the 17th, and then another 1 billion. Okay, this is just Bitcoin liquidations. I'm looking for the whole total market, and this shows me the total market about 4 billion. We've probably had 10 billion in the last few days, and I know the last drop was a 10 billion liquidation day. So people will get more fearful. They'll sell the companies like MicroStrategy, PayPal, and all these companies that are on board in crypto right now. So I think you got to stay strong. We haven't topped. This doesn't look like a toppy type of price action. There's nothing telling me that we topped here, and we're still holding the uptrend on larger time frames. So that's about it. I just wanted to do a quick video on Bitcoin and share my thoughts on Bitcoin. And I'll be doing another one once I get more data and look at the price action for the next few days, because I just want to see how this plays out. We got bought up pretty quickly, to be honest. So this could be the bottom. The 4-hour chart, it didn't engulf it. So nothing crazy, but buyers are almost stepping in. I did want to share one thing last, actually. On the daily, we're seeing the RSI almost bottoming out as well. When I see this bottoming out, sometimes we can get another push down to the low. So let's see where the last time this was this low and what happened on the Bitcoin price chart. So we saw it twice. The RSI bottomed out. You see here when it starts to bottom out, like right here, sometimes you can get another peak low. This was actually, I'm not going to go this low because this was the COVID, the sell-off right here. So let's stick with some more recent data, which is when we had the bullish crossover as well, and while we were in this uptrend and holding this uptrend, and the moving averages moving to the upside. So this was actually almost in line with the bottom where we're at right now. So if we look here, you can see that we bottomed out, but we still consolidated in this area for a little bit. And a little bit would be from the 3rd of September to October, so almost a month. But the whole sentiment of this market's a little bit different than last September, but I'm not ruling out another 1, 2, 3 week, where we're just chilling in price. So let's just look at the price though. When we bottomed out here on RSI and on the price, we exploded in price. So we can still kind of consolidate here, kind of be stagnant, but the bottom, we are bottoming on the RSI, which is a relative strength index indicator. And you can see how high we've been trending up and working our way to the downside. So you can see that people are getting less confident in the market, and the crypto fear greed index is working its way back down, back into the fearful, because we've been a lot of people have been making crazy money in this market. And let me finish off with the monthly chart, which I shared with you guys. We've had 6 months in a row without any sort of pullback. And these 6 months was about 500% in price. So it's not foreign for us to have a friggin' 40% pullback, which happened 7 times in 2017. It's not crazy for us to have a normal pullback, especially with the sell-off news with Biden saying, we're going to upgrade or, up the tax to 44% capital gains. So people might want to close some of their positions while we're at a high, or some of the market makers might think this is good news to push the market out of people's direction while people are hella over leveraged and just, crush them. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be making our video tomorrow and every other day like we do. And we're going to be posting some altcoins that may have found some sweet buys on the Discord. We're still going to be doing our giveaway video. Giving away $1,000 in crypto isn't as great while it's slow for us, but it doesn't matter for the people. So stay tuned. We're just waiting for the perfect day. Probably this weekend we'll use the green screen and we'll try and make a cool video or something like that. So thank you guys for supporting and stay strong. I don't think we've topped out. Stop using hella high leverage and you should be good.